What's up, everyone, and welcome to Season 5, Episode 2, A Girl You Know What podcast. I am Danielle,
And I'm Keisha.
and there was a lot.
Hey. I mean, hey, we made it.
We made it. Hey, we into the second full week of
We have been to the mountaintop. See that?
listen,
No, in
child.
honor of Dr. King.
Happy
God
MLK
took us to the
Day.
mountaintop.
Okay. Ooh, girl, it's been.
My God.
And the children are out here just, being the children,
My God.
that's it. That's it right there. So we got quite a few topics, and if we don't get into them all today, because we don't like to keep y'all that long if we don't need to.
Yeah.
Um,
We'll get 4 in at least.
yeah, at least that. And then if we feel like something else needs to be carried over to next week, then we'll do that. But
Absolutely.
let's just get right into it. So you called me the other night.
Uh-huh.
And we were just talking, whatever, and then somehow you brought up this Indian woman that we just found out was an Indian woman.
Honey, Bangladesh.
Nikki Haley.
How did nobody know that?
Right. I asked my grandmother, I said, did you know Nikki Haley? I said, well, I'm sure by now you know. I said, but did you know before that she was Indian? And she said no. She said she didn't know until she heard her say something about growing up a brown girl, whatever, blah, blah,
And
blah.
what did Jay-Z call her? Red dot or feather?
Listen.
She's the red dot kind.
I mean, she's like real. Like, both her parents, like
she's a real Indian.
Yeah, like she was born.
Not Native American.
Right.
She is Indian.
Yeah.
Of Indian descent.
Exactly. Like both of her parents are from India, born and raised. And she would have been by 3 years.
I'm just like.
But I'm like, who are you? Because here's the thing. And then so I was like, okay, I got to read up about this chick. So her husband, his birth name is William. And of course he went by Bill. She changed his name because she said he doesn't look like a Bill. Who are you? So you just don't identify with shit. Nothing about you is original.
Has an identity crisis.
She does.
Please don't elect her to be president.
Oh my gosh. And then I know these polls are bullshit, but sometimes I do pay attention because I don't really watch stuff. So, all the news I get is like from just updates on my phone or somebody posts something. But they did a poll recently, and I don't know if it was CNN or whatever, but it was like supposed to be a quote unquote non-biased one. And Biden's losing by all 3 of the top Republican candidates.
Yeah, I saw that. I think I saw it this morning. I think it's like she's at 53%.
Yeah, she had the most,
Trump
even more than
is
Trump.
50. Yeah, she had more than Trump. Child. I mean, it's gonna be one of them. Everybody go ahead. It's probably gonna be the criminal.
Yeah.
Everybody just brace yourself.
That's it. Just, for another.
It's gonna be the criminal. They want him.
Yeah, they want him. Yeah.
And the Constitution is so antiquated that there are no recourses or there are no, loopholes for people who have committed crimes. Or, because I feel like what he did on January 6th is what, to my eyes, would be considered treason.
Yeah. For sure.
The law has not caught up to the criminal yet. That's normally how it works.
Yeah.
Until the offense is committed, we don't know that the offense can be committed. So we don't have a recourse for the offense.
Right.
So, but then it's like, they don't really care because he's white.
That's it. And he's saying
we
and
gotta
doing.
really sit with that.
Right. And he's saying and doing what they want to hear and what they expect for him to do for them,
and
because
really, I'm gonna be honest with you. Yes, the Republican Party does not approve of him.
No.
The Republican Party that we know would prefer not to have him, would prefer not to be associated with him.
Right.
The problem is the short bus people who live in this country. They don't have the brain power of a gnat, and they agree with him.
Mm-hmm.
And now we need to put some other tests in place to vote. And I hate to say stuff like that because even I think like this is turning, making a left turn. Just like I feel the mental health system in this country, it needs an overhaul.
Oh yeah.
We let the Kennedys gut the mental health system,
Mm-hmm.
and it needs to be recorrected,
Yes.
needs to be corrected. Um, because, but guess what? There's a little part of me, even though my field is mental health, there's a small part of me that knows if we go back to institutionalizing people,
Mm-hmm.
we will be the majority of people institutionalized.
Mm-hmm.
They will not use it for what it needs to be used
Right,
for.
because they're just looking
It
for
will
a
be
reason.
another way to quote unquote police Black people.
Mm-hmm.
So being Black here or thinking that white people are going to do the right thing, we have got to get out of that mindset.
Yeah.
We just do.
You do. Yeah.
Because it's just not going to happen. But we need to, you know, it's like a woman in a relationship. It's not going to work out.
Right.
But women would love to scream and cry and holler when really you should just move on or figure out a way to get it done without him.
Mm-hmm.
And I say that to Black people. Instead of the screaming, crying, and hollering that we're doing, let's figure out how to have a good life without them.
Mm-hmm.
Let's work around them. I'm a poster child for working around people.
Right.
People give you problems. Okay, that's fine. That's how you feel. You hate us. Okay, let me figure out how to work around you.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think Black people do that enough.
No, and it's a thing like it's almost like I think we talked about it last week or maybe before last season or something like that. But it's almost like that slave mentality where it's just like you you're almost like a lot of Black people I think are afraid to stick together because they feel like they're going to upset the white folks.
I don't want to stick with some of y'all.
No, I mean some we can leave some behind, but it's just like even the ones that you kind of want to move on with, they're still just like, well, like, I don't
I wish
want to be with y'all.
I wish we never discussed respectability politics because saying that phrase has given Black people a mindset
Mm-hmm.
that they were only behaving respectable so white people could respect them.
Oh yeah.
Who told y'all that?
Right.
Like, no, no, I don't know. I don't know who told y'all that.
Mm-mm.
What is wrong with being, what is wrong with just conducting yourselves well?
Exact.
Why do y'all
Listen.
attach every single thing you do to white folks?
Mm-hmm.
I was having a conversation with somebody yesterday and they were going on and on like, oh, it just gets on. I said, why don't you just pretend like he's not there? I said, because that's what I do.
Mm.
I don't get, that is one thing that I don't get with people. And it might be really a very emotional part of me.
Mm-hmm.
My emotions cannot stand to exist in a place where you hate me or where you like, and then I like try to continue to gain your attention.
Oh no.
That's
Uh-uh.
uncomfortable to me.
No, I am the
So
queen at ignoring you, like, or
yeah,
just
so
not giving
why don't
you
I
any
just go on
attention.
with my life?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why don't I just, okay, that's how you feel? Let me go this way. And I don't know why people do that.
I don't
Women
understand.
are really bad at that.
I don't get it.
They really are. Like,
Yeah.
seriously. And I'm not just talking about, well, maybe it's a natural internal pheromone thing or something.
Mm-hmm.
Because we will ignore the shit out of our girlfriends.
Oh yeah.
But if it's a man, you just constantly, I wonder what he doing. Like, girl, he's over there living his life. He's not thinking about you.
Right.
You you'll be surprised the number of women that really think like that.
Mm.
Oh yeah, because he tried to talk to me. Oh yeah, because he. I be like, what planet do y'all exist on?
Yes.
And how did I get off the planet? Is my
That's the
question.
question.
When did I fall off? Like,
Listen, it has to be better somewhere else.
because it's crazy over
It
there.
is.
Like, I just wish we got off. I wish whoever, it's just like me and my friend make a joke about the strong black woman thing.
Mhm.
She say her man tell her that, and she's like, "No, I'm not. I'm not a strong black woman because I want to be treated with the same gentleness and kindness that every other woman is treated with." Where
Mhm.
she's like, "You notice that they don't say that about any other culture.
No.
Like it's just us."
Yeah, and it's not something, in majority of the time, I would say about 80% of the time, it's not a compliment.
Yeah, or it's used as a way to say, "Oh, she can take it."
Yeah. Mhm.
It's used as a way to make you feel good about a poor circumstance.
Yep. Oh, she can handle it. She's a strong black woman. She can
Oh yeah,
handle it.
she got them kids and he left her, but she a strong black woman. She can do it by herself. But why are you expecting me to do it by myself?
Right.
Every other woman is allowed to have a partner except me.
Mhm.
I mean, seems a little weird to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, respectability politics is some of these catchphrases that we say,
Mhm.
we really need to check them because it's really tearing down black people as a whole.
Right.
I pray to God the debating over black men and black women, who has it hardest, who's respect. I pray those debates are dead, please.
Yeah.
I hope somebody killed them last year because you guys, it's just another way to keep the culture away from each other.
Yeah.
Half of the stuff don't even be true.
Right.
It's like, no, don't let them use this stuff to like make black people seem, because you never hear white people talk about this stuff.
No.
You never hear Latinos.
Mm-mm.
You never hear the Asians. Why? That's another thing. I don't know how we got here, but why
You know
is
how we
it
do.
that women, black women especially, I think black women let the feminist movement
Mhm.
talk them out of their role in the household.
Right, because I don't think that, because the thing is, like, and I will always say this, I will say this until I'm blue in the face, until I have no more breath in my body. The feminist movement was not for us. The same way as Stonewall and all these, like these other LGBTQIA plus movements were not for black people.
I mean,
These
I
movements
don't
are
know
not for
why,
us.
but and again, and I heard somebody say this, and it is so true. Y'all let all them white women convince y'all into this life, like, oh, you don't need a man, and men this and men that, and they went home to husbands.
Mm. That right
The white
there.
women went home to husbands.
I had a discussion about that, like, well, I shouldn't say not too long ago, maybe about a year or so ago with somebody. They said the same exact thing, and I was just like, I never thought, like, I knew it, but it's like I just never thought about it, like, during that argument. Like, these women were telling y'all all this stuff to be independent, and you don't need a man, and you can do this and you can do that, which is fine, but you're going home to your man,
Yeah, but you have a
a
husband.
whole husband and
Carol, your
family.
husband has a PhD from Columbia,
Listen, that's why you
and
got all
you're
this
telling me I
time.
don't need a husband.
Right.
Like, it's just wild stuff like that. I was on TikTok the other day,
Mhm.
and somebody exposed, um, oh, John Amos
Mhm.
from
From
Good
Good
Times,
Times.
how he was somewhere fighting against Norman Lear for more positive
Mhm.
black characters to be written into the show, and he had a whole white wife and three white children.
Yep.
And I went in that comment and said, but hold on, just like Dr. West, just like Henry Louis Gates
Mm-hmm.
and Van Jones before he got a divorce.
Mm-hmm.
The only ones who have ever had black women, Dr. King, Jesse Jackson, Abernathy, and Al Sharpton off the top of my head.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that y'all vilify.
Right. Yeah.
Do you see how I'm telling y'all it's a plant? Do
Listen.
you see how the men who you should be looking up to, they have vilified them? I just want y'all to pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why they put interracial love in y'all's face so much. They know it's easy to push it off on y'all.
Mm-hmm.
It always has been. Always has been.
Yep.
But you know,
But hey.
y'all like it. My ex-father-in-law used to say, baby, if you love it all, they at least like it.
Yeah, listen.
So I like it for you.
Okay.
Oh,
That right
so
there. All right. So another thing we talked about during this past week was Cher and her great grandson.
so y'all ain't gonna rush Cher. Is it like too long? Like everybody just gonna keep watching it? Like just looking at it?
It is so weird.
How old is he for real though?
I don't know.
He in his 20s.
He has to be. He can't be in his 30s yet. He has to
I
be in his
know, I
20s.
saw it. Like I swear they said he. Now I'm wrong because you know I'm checking right now.
Yes.
I swear they said he was like, I don't want to say the number because I'm scared to say the number.
Oh shit.
Because it was really low. I'm scared. I am scared.
37.
Oh God, okay, he's 38. Jesus.
And then she's
Whoo, child, that's a lot
77.
older than what I was thinking.
That's still she's
40
grandma.
years.
She's
That's a
grandma.
40-year age gap.
Yeah, I think my grandma was 40 or 41, 42 when I was born. So
Hello,
we
so was the rest.
we have friends that we went to school with who are becoming grandparents now.
She is 77 years old.
70 freaking 7.
Like my boy.
Now he's older than I thought, but still it's still nasty.
Oh, it's still gross.
Yeah.
It's still not right.
It's still not right.
That is still grandmother and grandson
Yeah.
material.
Yeah. I'll
Mm.
take the grade off of there for now.
Oh,
It's
my
still
Lord.
nasty. I mean, Cher, come on
That's
now, girl.
crazy.
I mean, we know you're Cher and we love Cher and Cher can do what she wants to do and all this other stuff. We get it, but not this, sis.
But do y'all see the double standard that you all have created?
Oh, I mean, there's a huge double standard. Listen.
And this is why. Never mind. It's why y'all get on my damn nerve. Because I just don't. I don't understand how we push so much accountability on men but take none on ourselves.
Right.
I don't get I don't get that.
No.
I don't. It's not something I understand.
No.
Like why do y'all do that?
Right. I don't understand. Because like you said, it's a huge double standard because if that would have been a man 40 plus years and we've seen it, oh, he's disgusting. Oh, she's a gold
Y'all
digger.
almost shit y'all pants because Al Pacino had a baby, or what's his name? Robert De Niro. Which one of them? I get them two confused.
Yeah, I think De Niro's the
Robert
one.
De Niro.
Yeah.
He just had a baby.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all almost shit yourselves.
Yeah.
Cher is doing the same thing. So what? She got to get pregnant? Because she can't get pregnant.
Right.
She probably would be pregnant if she could.
If she could, okay.
Oh my goodness.
Child, y'all got to get it together out here.
I feel bad for his mama.
Ooh.
Because I know she pissed.
Oh, you know that. Because who was his ex?
Remember how Stella got her groove back?
Baby,
he took,
when she went home to his parents, when she met the parents, mama was pissed.
Oh my God.
Listen. Ooh.
That was like.
And let's just keep it real. I mean, a son, period, but especially a black son. Oh, and he got a wife. Listen. Okay. Let's move on. So.
That was just crazy. Like, That how Stella got her groove back. So just imagine the mama and her was about the same
Yeah,
age.
they were. Yeah, I think the mom said she was like what, a year or two older or something like that than Stella. It was
Oh my
something like they were
God.
basically the same age, so they were in school at the same time. Let's just say that.
That is crazy. So imagine his mama seeing him gallivanting around with Cher. Mm, mm, mm. You know, a question I wrestle with. If I was rich, how
Mhm.
Stella was rich,
Mhm.
would I care? Now, I wouldn't want no little boy. I don't like little boys. I
Right.
just, God bless y'all, because I can't get into it. I just, I can't even. You know how you used to could, but we was their age. You could
Right.
watch the basketball games and be like, oh, oh. Now I'm looking at the coaching bench because I don't want. Where the coaches at? Where they? That's who I'm checking out now.
Okay.
Um, but I was to wonder, I, and it's gonna make me sound crazy as bad shit. But I be wondering sometimes, like, if I had a lot of money, would I date a man who didn't have no money?
Mm.
I probably would. If I was
Mhm.
rich.
Mhm.
And money just didn't matter. Like I had enough money to live out my existence.
Right.
I wouldn't give a shit.
Now I can't remember what celebrity it was, what celebrity female it was. This was back in the day of um internet radio. And I remember I was
Mhm,
listening to it may have been Terry Ellis from In Vogue. It was someone who was like established, got coin,
mhm,
whatever. But anyway, but whoever it was, they asked this celebrity, they asked her, would you date a man that, wasn't rich, just like basically a
mhm,
regular dude? And, I think it was Terry because, he called her like a good Southern woman and all that stuff.
mhm.
But anyway, she was like, yeah, she said if he's showing, like drive or like if he's doing
Right.
something, if he's working, or whatever, yeah,
Mhm.
and why I just wonder why that is. Well, I know why, but I wonder why it's such a question and almost like a chore to ask a woman that if she would basically quote unquote, because that's what it is, take care of a man. But
Well,
you don't
yeah,
question that when it comes to a man who has a lot of money to a woman. You
yeah.
know.
I don't. I think the older I get, it's just kind of like you feel life more.
Mhm.
And look, we this is going to go so left. We had a conversation last night. We were watching something.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I like to watch the Poor Thing um Poor Things podcast. Is that what it's
Yeah.
called?
I think so. Yeah, I think I've seen it
And so
heard it a couple
they
times.
basically were having this conversation about um it might be a little bit background noise. I just want everybody to know that.
Okay.
Forgive me in advance. So they were having a question about basically like having sex on a first date, like,
Mhm.
and and I told my boyfriend, like, well, look, what I have learned now, about 7 days shy. I'm exactly 7 days shy of 44.
Mhm.
And what I have learned now is that if you're gonna have sex on the first date or the fifth date, if he want to get away from you, he gonna get away from you.
Yeah,
So
it don't matter.
like live your life. Like
Mhm.
it don't make a difference no more.
Right. It
Like
really
maybe
doesn't.
before when you was in your 20s and you was living life by all these rules.
Mhm.
I said, because what I know now is, and one of the girls said it. She said, look, if a man is trying to get you, he's going to pay, do all the stuff, like pay for the dates. And if he wanna sleep with you and whatever and stop calling you, he gonna do it.
Right.
It could be the first or the fifth day. I said, so now to me, having sex on the first date does not seem like a big deal.
Mm-mm. And I think too, especially like maybe back in the day, we would have looked at it like, "Oh no, I'm so easy," but then now it's just like, "Shit, it is what it is." If you feeling it
Yeah,
and they
it ain't
feeling
no big
it,
deal. Yeah,
you
it's no
know.
big deal.
No, it's. I don't think it is either. No.
But yeah, I don't think it's a problem
No.
in one bit. But
Mm-mm.
now you don't want to tell young girls that, but
Right.
I'm saying if you are a grown woman.
Mm-hmm.
And so same goes for like taking care. I don't feel like none of that shit no big deal no more. And because, and this is gonna sound crazy, but systematically,
Mhm.
men are caught in this cycle. Whether they understand it or not, they are caught in a cycle systematically where the justice system is concerned,
Mhm.
um, where even promotions on their jobs are concerned.
Oh yeah.
Black men don't always have a place to release their emotions. Um, so I think sometimes they're at a disadvantage at work because
Mhm.
they're always seen as aggressive,
Right.
but they really don't have a safe landing space.
Mhm.
So it puts them at a disadvantage in life. And I don't think we talk about it enough. I don't think they stop and think about it enough.
Mhm.
All they say is it's hard for black men out here. But I don't even know if they know how to articulate what's going on with them.
Mm-mm.
And I'm saying that to say we have advanced in our careers in so many ways, and sometimes they just have not.
Yeah.
And you may be in a situation where you got more money than whoever you in a relationship with.
Mm.
You know,
Yeah.
I think now we need to stop making it a big deal.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah.
Like it's time to like let's really talk about it and
Mhm.
let's stop making it such an issue.
Right.
And let's just get back to loving each other.
That's it. That's it. If you
You know,
find
black
someone,
people,
it doesn't
period. I
matter.
don't care if you're in a heterosexual relationship, in a same-sex relationship, I don't care what it is. Black people need to get back to start loving black people.
Mhm.
Like let's just leave all that antagonistic, separate, aggressive conversation towards each other and let's just support each other in our flaws.
Yeah.
It's time. Like we have worn each other the hell out. And it is time to like relax a little bit with each other.
Yeah. Agree.
But
Child.
don't do what Cher doing and date somebody's grandson. Don't do that.
Listen, don't do that. Yeah. That's just
Don't do that.
weird. Ooh.
Don't do that. You need to have her ass in jail. I don't care what she say.
Listen, I don't care if she share whatever. It don't matter.
Yeah, that's
Listen,
no.
it ain't
So
right.
look, and now we talking about age.
Mhm.
Let's talk about what is it that Jonathan Majors. So I think people took this comment and ran left with it. So
Mhm.
when you hear Jonathan Majors have this, what people are calling an obsession with Coretta Scott King, what do
Mm.
you think he's saying?
I think he's saying that he wants a strong black woman by his side.
Okay,
And
because I think people, it seems from all the comments I'm reading and from
mhm.
the think pieces that people are putting up, they believe that he's saying he wants a woman that he can. And I don't even look at Miss Coretta like this.
Mhm.
So the fact that I heard people saying this was disgusting. They believe that he's saying he wants a woman who he basically where if he cheat, she gonna just sit there and she gonna take it. She ain't gonna leave him.
I
And I
never
was
thought of that.
like,
No, I
what's
don't think
wrong
he's
with
saying
y'all?
that. Yeah, it's weird that he keeps using her as a reference. I agree with that, but I didn't. Yeah, I never thought that he was. And the only issue I had with it was, and I kind of made it a joke about it, is because he allegedly, and I think we talked about this, he allegedly said this to his ex-girlfriend who is white, that he
Yeah.
wanted her to be more like Coretta Scott King, but he's
Mhm.
always referencing her. And I'm just like,
So
is this
let
the
me
only
say
strong
this
black,
is what
quote unquote, strong black woman that you know in history or what? But go ahead.
so I think when men see Coretta,
Mm-hmm.
the first thing they think is she was always by Martin's side.
Right. Yeah.
If you really think about those marches, most of the marches you see her right beside him.
Mm-hmm.
And in a boy brain, I think that's more like she's always with me.
Yeah. It's almost like a mother, not,
Even in a bad situation,
yeah,
even when it's that like she's right here.
that motherly figure,
She got
but
my
still,
back.
but that's my
And I
woman.
don't even say like mother. Like I just think
Well,
when
maybe I
they
should
think
say
about the kind of
nurturing.
woman they want,
Uh-huh.
I want a woman that's by my side, that's
Right.
with me.
Yeah. That's what I
I
always thought he
never
was
thought.
talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And when I
Yeah.
started to read that stuff, I was like, "Oh, y'all disrespectful."
Yeah, my mind never went there. I was just like,
We
okay, I
don't
mean,
even speak of that though.
no. Uh-uh.
This is how I know as people like as children, parents are not raising kids to like some stuff you say out loud, some
Right.
stuff you don't say.
Right.
That's how I know y'all don't pop y'all kids in the mouth. That's exactly how I know.
Listen.
Because kids honestly should get popped in the mouth way more than they do.
Oh, girl.
And when you don't, you're training them to be assholes.
Mhm.
Like real talk.
Yeah.
But that's why you see so many kids walking around with fucked up attitudes. Lord, I'm sorry
Mhm.
to drop that F bomb. But that's why you see it.
Yeah.
Because nobody has corrected that out of them.
Mhm.
So when you say something to them and you got to work with them and you got to tell them, you cannot do that. You cannot say that. They get attitude. They call off for 3 days. They just quit.
Yeah.
Just stupid stuff like that.
Mhm.
They move slow. You
Yep.
would be surprised in the past week how many people I have heard say that young people move with no urgency.
None.
And I'm
None.
talking about between 13
Girl.
and like 22.
Yeah.
They said, well, they slow, they don't move fast. Like,
Shit.
what?
I
Because
don't
y'all
know
ain't get
how many
their ass.
times I have to yell at my niece, like, if you don't get your ass, I'm going to leave you. And it's just
Like,
like,
hurry up.
girl, let me tell. Okay, so I think was it last year? I believe it was last year. We went to Kings Island, and we were supposed to leave at 8 maybe in the morning. We did not leave my mom's house until 10, and let me tell you why. I mean, me and the babies fell asleep because my niece and her cousin, both, I think at the time they were 12 and 14 maybe, they were upstairs just taking their time. And
You
then
have
had
to start leaving them.
listen, and I was just like, and I would have said something, but I fell asleep. I was down there and I was knocked out, and the babies were on me and everything. And I would think I woke up and I was just like, what time is it? And my mom was like, going on 10. I was like, you haven't got them yet. We were supposed to have been there. Kings Island's only like, what, an hour, a little over an hour to get
Right.
to.
Hmm.
And I was just like, what is going on? Girl, they were doing their hair.
Listen, if you have,
And then had the nerve to
God
be pissed
showed me
because we were
no,
rushing them.
God showed me no greater ability than how great His patience is. Than waking a 16-year-old, she's 17 now,
Yeah.
child up every morning and getting her
Listen.
ready for school. It takes the patience of Job not to curse her out every day
That is, yeah.
because it's almost astonishing.
Yeah, and it's like they get such an attitude that they are
Oh
I mean,
my
it is
God.
bad. I'm just like, "Really?"
Honey,
Like
you've got to pray. I'm telling you, because
Oh,
my temper, it ain't
listen.
no good for this earth.
Uh-uh.
It ain't no good.
I tell them they
I
are
am
so lucky they got me on crazy pills because these kids would have been strung up somewhere.
because I get her up at 5:30.
Mhm.
At 7:30, she is still like, okay, I'm almost, girl, what the fuck, girl? I had to just be quiet. I was like,
Right.
I don't understand. I don't
Oh,
understand. That is something
I don't
that
get
you
it.
got to reach way down.
Mhm.
You got to reach way down
Like I don't wanna go to
because
jail.
if these kids was talked to and got their ass beat the way we did
Ooh-wee.
over this. This is why they don't have no urgency though. But
Right.
we ain't really kicked their ass. The only reason we hurried up is because we got that one ass kicking that time we took too long.
Listen.
And from that day forward, we
Right.
never moved slow again in our
Okay.
lives until we got in our 40s. And now the body is just telling you, slow down.
Yeah, we can't help it now. Yeah, we just can't help it now. It's just like,
But let me tell you, they really, really, these new kids will test you. And we see our parents have beat our ass enough that we know not to go to jail. So we know if we get to kicking their ass, we going to jail. So we are
Exactly.
stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah.
Because we done got enough ass whoopers to know jail is not an option
Not an
for us.
option at all.
But we also want to beat these kids' ass because they playing with us.
Yeah, and they think they're grown and they talk to you any kind of way
And we
and
just in limbo,
yeah.
scared of our mamas in our 40s
Listen.
and wanting to beat their ass in their teens. I'm telling you, we stuck. We
We
stuck in the
stuck.
middle.
It's terrible. Oh, it is so terrible. Ooh.
Because our mamas beat the fear of jail in us.
Listen. And then I'm
I
just
remember I
like,
used to forge my mama's signature.
ooh.
She beat my ass so bad, she said, "You gonna go to prison. You get to shut up. You going to prison." The last time I forged her signature, baby, she told me, "Hold your hands out." She got sick of stripping me down and beat my ass. She said, "Hold your hands out." She beat the cowboy shit out of all 10 of my fingers. I was hold my hands. Put them out there. I was like, oh,
Like you will never forge something again.
no. I ain't wrote her name since that day. She beat the cowboy shit. Listen,
Listen.
and this is why kids need their ass whooping. I'm gonna give you a clear example. I was in the fourth or fifth grade when that happened.
Uh-huh.
In the 10th grade, I wanted to go to the Career Center for Cosmetology.
Uh-huh.
Now, I had this worked out. The bus, you catch the bus to the school.
Right.
The bus, remember, you got on the bus at school
Yeah, the, the
and it
the
took
bus
you
came
to
there
the
to take you.
Career Center.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to sign this name. But then I thought back. I said, hell no, I ain't going to do it. I ain't going to do it. I'm telling you, I was so close to forging her name on that form. Because remember, it was one of them old school. The top was white, the middle
Yeah.
was yellow, the bottom was pink. It was one of
Mm-hmm.
them kind of forms,
Right.
and you had to sign. Your parent had to sign, and you had to sign.
Yeah.
I was so close to signing her name on that paper, but I said, nah. I remember the ass whooping of
Hmm.
'92.
You wanted to
Let me
keep
leave
your
it
fingers
alone.
this time.
See, these kids don't have no beatings to draw back on.
Uh-uh. Nope.
They
Mm.
barely get on a damn punishment.
No.
They don't get no punishments no more.
Uh-uh.
Kids be having their cell phones, be hanging out in the street, going to football games, and
Hmm. Still causing trouble.
child, I'll
Ooh.
never forget that beat
Listen, it's stuck with you till this day.
to this day,
Okay.
girl. And what is our final topic? What is the? It was something else.
Let's
'Cause we
see.
talked about majors.
Oh, girl. So, okay. Kelly Price and them.
Hey, what? What? And this is normally my realm, the Gospels.
Listen, I was like, now see here. Now here's the thing with me. I don't put nothing past anybody,
Mm-hmm.
but this is my thing with this whole, you know, I was, sexually harassed or I was, by a celebrity, by a well-known
Yeah.
person, and it's going to hurt everybody when they find out who it is, and
Well,
you
why you
know,
ain't saying it?
right. And then here goes Kelly Price. I was on, she was on Sunday's Best, and she said that she was the only one who wasn't an adulterer or would she say whatever all these bad things are that people do, whatever. Cheater, liar, fornicator, all this other stuff.
Oh, we know she was talking about
Donnie McClurkin.
yeah, we know she was talking about Donnie. We know she
Yeah.
was talking about Kurt.
Mm-hmm. Kim Burrell.
Yeah,
And
but Kim Burrell didn't do she? Oh, she just I don't know what
but
because
I mean
Kim Burrell's been divorced for umpteen
she's been
years.
divorced for
Like
a while, but I'm just saying she was one of the judges. So that's what I'm saying. That's my point is like
I feel
we
like
don't know
she
who
might
it
have been
is.
talking about
Just the men.
Erica because and
Oh,
Tina and Teddy. Remember?
right. Okay, I
Remember
forgot
Teddy?
that they see.
Teddy
I
cheated
stopped
on
watching Sunday
Tina.
Best after a while, so I didn't even know who the judges were
Yeah,
after a
Teddy
while.
cheated on Tina,
Mm-hmm. More than
but
once.
Tina didn't cheat on Teddy.
No.
Like
So what does she have to do with it? And then what would Erica have to do with it?
right, just because their husbands cheated on them.
Yeah, that ain't got nothing to do. And I mean, and see, here's the thing. It's just like you're leaving. They leave all these open, and it's like I kind of get it to the point where you don't want to say names or whatever because of the backlash. Just like people are saying that the reason why we haven't heard from Christian Keys again about his situation is because he got paid off. and people who are in
Let
the
me tell you this, and Christian Key still got a job. So I
yeah.
don't even know why he would bring it up. It can't be Tyler Perry
I
because
really
he's
don't think it
literally
is.
still working on a Tyler Perry show.
Yeah.
So I can't see why you would bring that up and
Right.
jeopardize your employment.
Exactly. That's
So
why
it's somebody
yeah,
else.
I really from the beginning I didn't think it was Tyler Perry for some reason because of that reason because they worked together. And I was
And I
just like,
think they just black people are so in a box. We only think it's the only anytime something happens, who we attack the same rich people
mhm.
every time. Well, why Oprah ain't doing nothing? Well,
Right.
why Tyler Perry and it's like God darn y'all. It is other rich black people. Y'all do know that, right?
Right. And let me just say this about the Oprah thing and Monique before we get back on the say name stuff. Dear Monique, first
Please,
of all, Taraji
please.
said over and over again that when Oprah found out what was going on, basically came in there and ran shop. You know, she was just like, okay, this needs to be changed, that needs to be changed. Oh, you ain't getting the coin? Okay, we're going to work on that. Oprah can only do so much just because she was in the
They
color.
treat Oprah like Jesus.
Listen, and we know Monique has a vendetta against Oprah, but you weren't on the set. You don't know what the hell was going on. You weren't a part of it.
Monique, I don't care. It's just like how Kevin Hart years ago, and I'm so glad people started playing that clip, said about Cat Williams, you fucked your career up.
Exactly.
Now you want to get on here and bash people because somebody has risen higher than you are.
Right.
But you made a choice to choose drugs. Yeah, you may never have been arrested for crack,
Mhm.
but that doesn't negate the fact that you smoke crack, okay?
Right.
I know a lot of crackheads who don't get arrested on a daily basis just for smoking crack.
Mhm.
So please kill that. Like,
Yeah.
I ain't had no dude, come on. That don't mean you don't get high. We just seen a girl tooting at the Houston Texans game right on
Child.
camera. Maybe she don't have no arrest record either. But it's
Uh-uh.
clear that she tooting coke.
Yeah, right there on the
Like,
open.
so I want people to stop that. Stop, cut
Yeah.
that out. Monique, you messed your own reputation up because
Mhm.
you were said to be difficult on a project, honestly, that had nothing to do with Oprah.
None.
That was on that Christmas project. I love that movie. She
Mhm.
did a good job, but they said behind the scenes she was terrible to work with
Yeah. They say
because of
she's been like
Sydney.
that from the beginning. Yep. Mhm. Since he
So,
came into the picture, she's been a nightmare.
but see, what happened was Precious was such a big movie.
Mhm.
And I can't remember if she won anything for Precious, but didn't
She did.
Gabrielle win something for it?
She won an Oscar.
So I really believe that she felt like, okay, now I've done this.
Mhm.
People like she walked around with an air like
Oh
she
yeah.
deserved a certain treatment.
Yeah, she thought that she was going to get that Halle Berry that and even though which I have my issues with
Baby,
the
do you know how many
honorary
movies Halle Berry been in?
listen.
Real movies?
Yeah, she thought that she was really going to get that treatment like, these
Oh no,
like a
baby.
Whoopi Goldberg or someone she really thought that she was that girl.
No, no.
And you could
They've
have
been
been.
working for a long time. You've been working too, but you ain't been doing them kind of movies.
No, no.
Like, get for real.
Listen. But back to Kelly Price and them. So this is my thing, and then I'll let you say what you got to say. But this is my only issue with the whole thing. In 2024 and beyond, start saying names
Yeah.
because if not, it's just like who
It's not fair to
cares?
the people who didn't do it, who
Exactly.
people
Thank you.
speculate that did it.
And that was my whole issue with the Christian Keys thing. It was just like you heard who people were saying they thought it was,
You
and
should have
you're
immediately came out.
immediately, and especially if
Yeah,
that's your business partner, because y'all are business partners, y'all are working on a show together.
yeah.
So it's just like that would have been the first thing I would have done would have been like, it's not Tyler Perry if it's not. And we're not saying it's not or it is because we don't know.
That's your boss.
Exactly.
You have a job, like you have and I didn't realize that he was still working with him
Mhm.
because I don't watch all the Queen's Men.
Yeah, I don't
So
either.
I had
Yeah.
seen a commercial for that show.
Mhm.
And I said, wait a minute, he's still working?
Yeah. Yeah, he's
You
still
still
right on
got a
there.
job?
Mhm.
Like, oh no, y'all, you wouldn't jeopardize your reputation for that.
No.
Not your employment. I don't think
No,
you would do that.
I would hope not. And then the fact that you still got a job,
Girl.
unless it's some real behind the scenes stuff going on where, if it, and I'm not saying it is, but if it was Tyler Perry that he was accusing, or he didn't accuse nobody, he just said, put a blanket statement out
Right.
there. But if it was him and, and
Maybe
he,
he found out they was gonna write him off the show, and
right.
then he came out like that was his vendetta to
Yeah.
like, oh y'all gonna kill me off the show.
Mm-hmm.
It was stupid.
Child,
It was
listen.
definitely stupid.
Oh. So well, there's that. I wanted to talk about
Well,
the Funky Dineva and the TGIF stuff, but I'm
I
not
just want
really.
to say Kelly Price. Kelly Price.
Yeah, go ahead.
Church people. Church people. Can we leave church business in the church walls?
Mm.
It's enough.
Listen, what church did they grow up in? Because that's what I was taught as a kid.
Like, y'all, we got to leave church business in the church wall
Mm-hmm.
because y'all are starting to make the church look very bad. But let's be clear, Kelly Price has no standing, and I hope she doesn't look for a job anywhere anymore
Right.
after this, especially not with church people.
No, listen.
Because what you just did, honestly, you attacked the hierarchy in the church.
Mm-hmm.
You attacked Mary,
Mm-hmm.
Donnie McClurkin, and Kirk Franklin,
Right. I mean, listen.
and Kim Burrell.
Mm-hmm.
Because listen, I don't care what Kim Burrell do in these streets in the world. The church love Kim Burrell.
Oh, I'm never going to
She
take
will
that away.
never lose her flavor in the church.
Yeah, as much as I can't stand her, I will never take that away from who she is
And
and
let
what
me
she
tell
has
you
done.
why. Because she is just like Donald Trump is to the political parties.
Mm-hmm.
Kim Burrell says everything that the church knows to be true within the walls of the church,
Like it or not.
like it or not. And so that's why you don't see her lose. No, people still call on her to perform. Hey, she just had a song come out Friday. I've been playing it since it released. Like,
Mm-hmm.
the church never gonna feel the way the world feels about Kim Burrell.
Right.
And it's not supposed to, because guess what? We are two separate entities. The
Mm-hmm.
world is supposed to feel, because the world is not supposed to like judgment. The world is not supposed to care about correction. They don't want those things. So what she does in the church is considered judgment and correction,
Mm-hmm.
but not judgment in a bad way, like, oh, I'm looking down on you, I'm judging you. I'm calling you to live higher. That's what the church would call that. Kelly Price, you better not never look for no more work,
Listen.
because you barked up the wrong tree. And honestly, since that Divas, what was that show she was on?
R&B divas.
Kelly Price been trashed since then.
Oh, she's been trashed since she basically tried to she basically was saying that Mariah didn't give her a start. Excuse me? Mariah didn't do anything for her. You were a background singer for
Said that?
yeah, she said yeah, and I ain't been feeling her since then. She basically said Mariah didn't do anything for me. I did this.
Kelly Price has a terrible attitude.
Listen, we're
And
still
there's
trying
her
to figure
real
out when she
problem.
disappeared last year and didn't even tell her children. Where were you at? We still haven't got an answer to that.
Girl,
She's a horrible person. She is.
I'm telling you, her attitude. I think the world was shocked on R&B Divas when
Yeah.
they saw how she conducted herself,
Oh, I was
because
pissed. I wasn't
nobody
expecting that.
expected that from her.
Yeah, I already knew, like, I already had my side eye on her big time for what she said about Mariah, because you know how I love Mariah. But I was just
I
like,
didn't know she said that. That's
yeah,
like dead
oh
wrong.
yeah, she said that in the interview because they just asked her a simple question. They didn't say like Mariah, did this for you or did that for you. They were just like, you started out as a background singer for Mariah. That was like your first professional gig, because of course she was gigging before,
Right.
but that was like your professional gig. And she's on, she's right
One of them
there.
specials.
The MTV Unplugs, Mariah's,
Yep.
yeah, she's right there.
I remember her standing back there. Yep.
Yeah, and she was a background singer for her for years, and then she branched out on her own. And Mariah was just like, I didn't know she felt that way. Like she left because she wanted to go solo. And she was like, that's fine. She was like, she encourages all her background singers to do that if they want to.
Right.
So it was just like, yeah, but yeah, they just asked her a simple question like, you started out as a background singer professionally. That's what they were saying, professionally for
Hmm.
Mariah. No, I had been singing for years. Mariah didn't do nothing for me. She didn't give me a career, something like that. Like she didn't boost my career
She
or
has
something.
the worst
Oh,
attitude. Oh,
terrible, terrible,
she do. She has the worst attitude.
girl.
It's ridiculous.
It is, but start saying names. Like quit these
Right.
generalized, and like you said, that's the main reason. It's just like either don't say nothing, or if you're going to say something, clear somebody's name.
Yeah.
Because you leave these generalized things saying, "Oh, it's this producer in Hollywood," or it was, basically, I was the only good one on Sunday's
That's not
Best.
fair.
No, it's not fair at all. And I would cuss her ass out, church or not, if I was one of those panelists.
Oh, don't worry. They got her.
Yeah,
She better not look for no work.
she's done. Because the thing
She
about it
done.
is, the gospel community is so small, especially the black gospel community.
Hmm.
And you're done. You're done in that community. If you thought that you were going to leave the quote unquote secular world and go on to and do some more
I
gospel
didn't
work,
talk about them like
mm-mm,
that.
mm-mm, it ain't happening.
Well,
Ciao.
all right, honey.
Woo. So go ahead and close us out, sis. This was a one, honey.
Well, you all know you can reach us at girl underscore you know what, at Wellness and Women, and at DannieBSpeaks. And we pray that you have a great week. Try to do something. Oh, guess what? My birthday's in 7 days. Give
Yes.
me a shout out.
Oh, for sure.
Other than that, we will talk to you later. Be safe. Bye
Bye.
bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.